On today's season preview, part 2.
Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, maybe someone else. We predict this year's MVP.
Will Philly make the playoffs? Can Blake return to form? Will the starters appear in the celebrity game?
And in Crossfire, we debate the league's most underrated teams.
The starters' 82 burning questions starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to part 2 of the Starters NBA season preview. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV or catching this later on YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tess Mellis.
Thank you so much for joining us.
To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily.
And last, certainly not least, down yonder, it's Taco Trey Kirby.
Hey, yo!
I had tacos with Trey last night.
Whoa.
True.
Lives up to the name.
Yeah, I ate them. It was great.
Yeah, a lot of them took them down. All right. We're continuing to tackle our 82 burning questions about the upcoming NBA season. If you missed part 1, we've already done 9 questions, so go back, check it out on YouTube. But we've got 73 to go here, so let's get right into it. We ask you to play along on Twitter. Hashtag the starters with your answers. Number 10, it's a fun one, especially I think going into this season. Who wins MVP? Who's the favorite heading into this year?
Give me Kevin Durant of the Golden State Warriors. Season number 2 with the Dubs, so he should be better. Their win total may even get boosted from 67, which is crazy to
Sounds
think
insane.
of. I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He would have been in the MVP talks if he wasn't hurt last year, but I think that bodes well for him this year because there's no voter fatigue. Nobody was thinking about voting for him last year.
Is there Golden State Warriors fatigue, perhaps, though? Could you look?
Possibly.
Because I think everyone thinks the Warriors are favourites to win the championship right now. And I often think that voter fatigue doesn't really affect the voters as much as it affects fans. But I just wonder if that will play a bit of a role, especially because Durant
We're all fans.
I
We're
know,
all
but
fans.
Durant is also villainous as well right now. And I wonder if
Yeah, but
plays
that
a-
was last year. He was definitely a victim of the narrative last year. But the way things happened with LeBron when he went to Miami, remember? He had won 2 straight MVPs. People voted him third for the 2011-12 season. Then he was back in winning next 2 MVPs. That's what's going to happen with Durant. We saw how great he was in the finals. Averaged 35 a game.
Yeah.
Hit the biggest shot of the season right in LeBron's face. People are going to be back on the Kevin Durant train this year because you look at his stats llast year and they were crazy. 25, 8, and 5, second in PER in the league. He was great. People were just mad at him.
Is he the most important player, though, on the Warriors? Important. I didn't
yes.
say best.
Yeah, he's the best.
You think he's the most
Yeah,
important?
he's the best player, so he's the most important.
Wow. I think some people would stick with Curry. I think they would.
I think you could go either way with the most important player. That being said, he's the best player. So when they see a 70-ish win team,
Right.
there's going to be a lot of people who say, hey, the best player on the best team, give it to him. I think there just might be a huge gap between wins with the Warriors and the Cavs. We're talking like a 20-win gap potentially because,
yeah.
you know, with Isaiah Thomas not starting the year there, and people considering Kevin Durant off that finals performance as the best player in the league. You know, it really is LeBron's title, but some people consider it like Paul Pierce.
But
for
LeBron
example.
also doesn't really go for those wins either. His team could easily
Exactly.
win another 10
If
games.
LeBron wants MVP,
That's
then
his.
he could go grab it. Because
Yeah.
you're right. If he doesn't rest, if he wants to get some of those W's where he maybe takes it off for a half or a game, they could get probably 60 wins if they want to. If they really wanted to gun for it, he of course says, at this point in my career, 15, 16 years in, I want to save it for the playoffs. But what's interesting
He
with
might
me
want it.
with LeBron, exactly. I wonder if his whole NBA or MVP narrative is bolstered by the fact that Kyrie Irving got traded. Kyrie Irving wanted away from LeBron James. Maybe that angers LeBron. Maybe he says, oh, okay, maybe I'll go get another MVP and prove to this league that I'm still the best.
Yeah, I think no matter what you're going to see from LeBron, though, he's going to post numbers that he's posted for those last same years, and people just look at it now and just go, yeah, that's what LeBron does. It's not like it stands out. I don't think he's going to go out
He
and-
spoiled us.
Yeah, he has. He's not going to lead the league in scoring. He's not going to average a triple-double like Westbrook last year. He's just going to post incredibly consistent numbers, but we've seen it for so long in his career, it doesn't jump off the page at us.
Yeah, but at least he has, especially with Isaiah Thomas being out for a little bit. You know, Durant's got Curry, and he's got a bunch of other guys there.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Chris Paul is with Harden has Chris Paul now, and you know Paul George and Melo and Westbrook. They're together. Like, it's sort of an interesting race, I think, heading in here this year because maybe those guys, these sort of super teams that have formed, sort of like cancel each other out a little bit, and like the lone guys, be it LeBron, at least for the first half of that season, and he's got talent around him, I get that.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he's got
a
nothing
ton of
there.
talent.
Kevin Love's
But
all right. Dwayne Wade's all right.
But like guys like John Wall, maybe, if that team suddenly wins 55 games, maybe Blake Griffin if the Clippers surprise people and they win 55. I mean, these guys that are sort of just the one star, maybe this is the year you can sort of slip in and steal one.
Well, that's how Russ won last year.
Absolutely.
And that's why
And the
James Harden
narrative.
was a lot of people's pick last year as well. And that's why those two guys, I think, won't get it, because now that they have Chris Paul with James Harden and Paul George and Melo with Russ, I think their numbers just have to fall down a bit. And it's sort of like the LeBron factor. I mean, if your numbers aren't as good or better, how do you give it to him? I mean, I think that's a part of it. Unless Russ can win it if they finish as a second seed, because that's above expectations.
I don't know. I think that narrative drives the MVP conversation
Sure.
so
Why?
much that all the player movement that we saw this summer, all the teams that are forming with, massive big threes or a big two, I guess in the Rockets case, you see that in the preseason that sticks with you for the entire year, and come voting time, it just lessens things for whatever reason, despite the fact that players can be great. We saw Kevin Durant was awesome last year, but there was no way he was going to win it because he joined the Warriors.
One dark horse I want to mention, and I will take credit if this guy wins it, Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Bucks. He is a dark horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody asked me on Twitter, is Giannis Antetokounmpo the best Greek ever? And I said, well, not
athlete, just
in
Greek.
the NBA, dude, just best Greek. Wow. But the best Greek basketball player ever. Not in the NBA, because Nick Gallis is the best Greek ever. He went into the Hall of Fame this year. It's a true fact.
Okay.
Giannis isn't there in his 4-year career. And Giannis saw this on Twitter, and he said, motivation!
Oh,
buddy.
man, he's going to win it.
So if he wins it, it's all on Andrew Hickson and me. We did it.
Because you once here, I believe it was in season previews, you sort of doubted Yanni a little bit, saying he was overrated.
No, I didn't doubt
You
Yanni.
called him overrated.
I called.
Did you call him
No,
overrated?
I called the ratings. Incorrect. No, the ratings were incorrect. This was
Okay,
after
I'm
year
just saying.
2. People thought he was an all-star. He wasn't an all-star in 2015.
I'm saying it worked.
He wasn't.
He became most improved player. He became
did.
an all-star starter. Maybe this will work as well. is what
He
I'm saying.
sent in his speech last year when we gave him the most improved player
Yep.
award. He said it was motivation.
Put me down for
maybe-
Yanni.
yeah,
for
yeah,
I
the
don't know,
MVP
he's
then.
not going to win
It
this
adds
year,
up.
but I'll be very surprised if he doesn't win one or come very close to one in the next 3 or 4 years, because he's a star across the board.
Okay, wow. So here are, I guess, our official preseason MVP picks here. Trey, Lee, and Tass all going with Kevin Durant. I'll go with LeBron. I'll go with an angry LeBron to send a message to the league and specifically to Kyrie.
That's what I
that
did
I'm
last
still
year.
the best player.
That I'm
He's
still
still
the
the
best.
best.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
so,
so
if they
conditions
flirt
are perfect.
If they
Will he
flirt
try?
with 60 wins, he's going to be obviously 1, 2, or 3 probably in there.
That's what we did last year. We picked LeBron
Yeah, exactly.
for that reason. It didn't work out.
I took
Yeah.
Westbrook because of the narrative,
Yeah.
and it worked out, and that's why I'm going with LeBron here, because that's sort of Kyrie narrative. All right, next question here, guys. Who will make their first All-Star game? And before we answer here, we have some All-Star reform. We're going to get to that later in the show in terms of the captains and there being no East and West now. But that doesn't change how the players are actually ultimately selected. You got your starters and then the coaches picking the reserves. So we'll get to the reform, but who makes their first All-Star game? Who is it? You're already smiling. You're already smiling.
I'm
giggling
going
already.
with a guy who should have made it last year, Bradley Beal from the
Here
Washington
we go.
Wizards.
Here we go.
No, look, I mean, the numbers are there. Last year he played 77 games. That's always been the knock on him, whether or not he could stay healthy. 23 points a game, 48% from the field. He was awesome in the playoffs.
Put him in the All-Star game. He played 77 games.
Hey,
Do you
he
just
was
copy
awesome.
and paste this every year?
Yeah.
Tell us that he's going to be the best.
We knew you were going to say this, so I had the guys upstairs put together your Beal for All-Star highlight reel here. I think we have it.
I'm actually going with Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards, and I am very confident in this pick.
I like this.
I'm doubling down on my pick from last year. Bradley Beal from the
Let's
Washington
keep
Wizards.
picking him.
There you go.
Triple
so
down.
Three times
He's got to get
down.
it this
He's
year.
gotta.
Now, there's a lot more open spaces as well, obviously, with a lot of guys moving conferences. He's been a great player. He's worthy of going, though, even if those other guys were still in the Eastern Conference.
I like that pick. Anyone else?
You got to
In
stay in
running
the
here?
Eastern Conference. That's why I think
Right.
Hassan Whiteside definitely has a chance. He put up 17 points, 14 boards last year, led the league in rebounding, another 2 blocks. He puts up freakish numbers. He had 5 20-20 games last year, including one that was a 30-20. And he's kind of less of a curiosity now. People know that he's actually a good basketball player. He plays within the team concept.
And the
Everybody
Heat
on the
aren't
Heat are
going to
fired
start
up.
11 and 30.
Exactly
again.
right.
So
They'll be
they're
good.
gonna
They'll be
award
better this
500.
year.
And he's got the highlight blocks. You don't see
Yeah.
highlight blocks that often. So I'd love to see Hassan Whiteside, and they're trying to just gobble up some floaters.
Smarter to stay in the East for
Definitely.
sure. But what about Karl Anthony Towns? He's the guy that the GMs picked on the GM survey as the best center in the game. It'd be weird to have the best center in the game not in the All-Star game. He's got to make one eventually. His numbers are ridiculous. You want to build
The East is easier, though. So, like,
Totally.
Whiteside,
Totally.
Porzingis, Joel Embiid, especially if you're big in
Yeah.
the East.
Beal
Your
for
chance
sure.
to be
Yeah.
there. And Beal is, I mean, you're going to keep saying Beal until you're blue in the face. It's going to
he
happen.
should've
one
got
day.
him
Don't put him in.
Carmelo.
We got to do this every year.
Yeah, all right.
Carmelo shouldn't have been the replacement, Marcus. Should have been.
Hey,
Beal. I
you're
shouldn't have
right.
had to pick him this year.
All right, you're right, man. All right, we got to take a quick break, but coming up, Do you trust the process? We're going to discuss the 76ers playoff hopes and a whole lot more. Don't go anywhere. The burning questions continue in the up-down report, but first, some news. The league announced Tuesday that it's getting rid of the old East versus West All-Star Game format and will instead form the two teams by letting captains choose the players' playground style. The captains will be the all-star starter from each conference who receives the most fan votes in his conference. As in the past, the 10 starters will be selected by the fans and the players and the media, and then the coaches from each conference will pick the reserves. So this question from Daniel Gibson on Facebook, question number 12 overall, is perfectly timed. Guys, will the new all-star format improve the game?
This is all thumbs up. It's got to be.
All right. I'll give it a
whoa.
chance. I'll give it a chance this year.
How
But
could it have-
I don't think these guys are actually going to go out there and be all that more competitive just because they're picked on teams immediately. I think it's more to do still with, they're all bros, they're all friends in the off-season. When they're in an all-star game, they're just having fun. They
don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like all of a sudden, oh man, these guys are going to be competing intensely against each other.
It's got to get more competitive, though. This
Anything
pride
is more competitive than
Well,
last
that's
year,
why
for
you
sure.
got to do this.
Yeah,
That's why
I'm reluctantly up. Yeah.
But pride is on the line. I mean, this is all about pride. I'm not sure if it goes up 10 notches. We're not going to see a finals performance here, but it's got to be somewhere in between, right? And the good thing is, Chris Paul said, I'm glad the players and the owners came to this agreement. The players are behind it as well, and that's obviously the people who put forth the effort, so that's a great sign, and I'm just glad that the league wasn't hell-bent on sticking with tradition and East and West,
Right.
and they're being a little progressive here.
The draft is going to be great. That's going to be one of the
Yes.
best parts of the weekend, seeing who
Yeah.
picks who, which bros stay bros throughout the draft process, who gets picked last. It'll also be fun to see what kind of jerseys we get because they won't be East and West anymore.
Right.
Maybe they'll go Rock and Jock the Violators versus the Bricklayers.
Oh, let's hope
Who
so.
knows
Shirt
what they do?
versus tops.
That's
Shirt
exciting.
versus- shirt
Shirts
versus-
versus tops. Interesting
You know
idea.
what I mean? Like,
That's
no
a bad
shit.
idea.
Yeah.
I think you mean shirts
Skins?
versus skins. Yeah.
Skins, that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Okay, I think it's going to be cool, too, the idea of maybe the fans influencing who's the captain. Because, like I said, whoever gets the most votes in each conference is the captain. Are people going to be hoping it's maybe a Westbrook to see if
Oh,
he picks
yeah.
a Durant or vice versa?
We're talking
Obviously,
about it
LeBron-
already,
I know,
Steve.
I love the idea.
already exciting.
Some people will say, though, it doesn't change much in terms of there's still got to be 12 guys from the West and 12 guys from the East. Some people want to say, why don't we just have the 24 best players?
I say
that
that.
hasn't been fixed at all.
Like,
Baby
well,
steps.
if you're going to get rid of the conferences, you may as well just get rid of it for the voting.
Maybe it's
as well.
a baby step. Maybe
Yeah,
it's a
it's
baby
big.
step. All right, next question here, guys. Question 13. Will the Philadelphia 76ers make the playoffs? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
All signs point yes, but I can't do it. I can't
Lee
do
says
it.
yes.
I have belief and faith in Joel Embiid to play 65 games. I think that is really the key here because he was a superstar when he played last year in those
Definitely.
31 games. The Sixers were on pace to make the playoffs when he played. It's just obviously we haven't seen him get through more than 31 games in his 3 years in the league. So I think it all revolves around what he does. I like obviously Simmons and Markelle Fultz, but they're both rookies. I don't know how much you can rely on those. But he's a star. And also in the Eastern Conference, I think we're going to lose the Bulls, the Hawks, and the Pacers.
How many wins does it take to make the Eastern
Yeah, I think
Conference playoffs?
35 maybe.
38 at the most. That's
Yeah.
another 10 wins for the Sixers, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's still a lot when it's a lot of young guys. Like you're saying, there's two rookies who are going to play major roles. And like Zach Lowe always says, rookies are usually bad.
Yeah.
There's definitely room for growth, but there's growing pains. Ask the Timberwolves. They come in with expectations all the time. It's harder to live up to the expectations
Yeah.
than to surprise people. That's for sure. I don't know, but I hope they make it.
It's a great story, and all signs point to yes because it's the Eastern Conference, but there's just so many ifs. And you mentioned Bulls, Hawks, and Pacers probably jump out, but the Heat and their 30-11 finish have to jump in. It's
Probably
either-
the Pistons as well.
The Pistons should have a bounce back year. Andre Drummond and
Yep.
Reggie Jackson should have a bounce back year, and the Hornets should have a bounce back year. But the Sixers will be there, and they're going to be a heck of a story.
Will your man Emeka Okafor have a bounce back year, do you think?
I hope so.
Back
I
in the
hope
league.
Emeka Okafor. Will
Yeah.
he play the Okafor or the Okafor with
Oh,
Jahlil
beautiful. There
Okafor?
it is.
Sorry,
There it is.
sorry, I had to punt. I hope Emeka makes it. I hope Furkan Korkmaz makes a difference out there. So many great names on the
They
Sixers.
do have some vets that they brought in.
Definitely,
J.J.
definitely.
Redick, Amir Johnson.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's-
that-
I think
that's
they're going
why,
to be
yeah.
very, very close. It's going to be a bubble team there. All right. Question 14 overall. 82 burning questions. Will Blake Griffin return to All-NBA form? What do you
Yeah.
think?
If
All NBA?
All-NBA.
it's close.
Lee, you're at a sync with these guys here today.
Well, look, he's missed 83 games over his last 3 years.
Yeah.
And some of that's been through injury and some of that's been through carelessness off the court as well. There's no doubt when he plays, he's a star player. All NBA in the Western Conference, there's only 6 spots for forwards available. He's going to be in contention. But if you look at the guys, you even mentioned someone like Karl Anthony Towns, there's a lot of young guys coming through. Jimmy Butler's come over, Paul George, Carmelo. It's going to be tough for him. I'm not sure if he's all-NBA.
So he might be all-NBA talent, but whether or not he can
makes
sort of
all-NBA,
slip
no.
in there. Okay, you guys are up on him, though.
Yeah, I love Point Blake. He has really thrived when Chris Paul would miss time, and now that Chris Paul's not there, he's going to have the ball in his hands a ton. He's one of the best passing big guys in the league. He's going to get to run a lot more. He's going to get to make plays a lot more often. You see this cool behind-the-back pass. He's going to put up highlights every night. People are going to be fired up about Blake Griffin. I am. I think he's ready for another big year. I'm excited to see him as the number one guy.
But are you
again.
worried about his injury concern?
Of course, yeah. That's always the concern. He misses 15 games a year, is
Yeah.
what it seems like. And if that happens, he probably doesn't make All-NBA.
If you ask Blake Griffin, he'd say, where did I go? I didn't go anywhere. He is still an All-NBA talent. You check those numbers. Yeah, he missed some games, but the numbers are still fantastic. And now he's the number one option, as you mentioned, with Chris Paul out. There's a lot on his shoulders, and I think that bodes well for him. I mean, he has to grow up. He can't punch Matthias Testy. It just can't happen. And he's Mr.
more
LA
punching.
now. They signed him to a 5-year contract. That's a whole lot of pressure, but I think he can live up to it. Again, a top 15 talent, 3 All-NBA teams. He is that.
Final one here, of Up-Down Report at least. That's a good one. Will the starters finally make the All-Star Celebrity Game?
Yeah, right.
It's in LA, man. We couldn't make it in Toronto. We're not going to make it in LA.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Lee. We got to go
We ain't
super
gonna make
viral.
it anywhere, man. Where it goes Charlotte, wherever it goes next. After that.
Charlotte,
Who
We
knows?
ain't making it.
If we're doing this show for 20 years, when we're finally in our 60s, maybe they'll put us in as a joke.
Yeah.
To see if somebody dies on court.
I mean,
You're not 40.
Yet.
Australia, maybe. I mean, there's not a lot of stars in
like
Australia.
you think of LA and how many celebrities are going to want a piece of this All-Star Celebrity Game.
Hey,
Sure.
you would kill the Property Brothers, Lee.
Yeah, maybe we should have our own.
Hey, Property Brothers. Hey, Property Brothers. How many are there of you? How many brothers out there? Isn't there 3? I think there's 3.
There's a third
There's a
property
weird
brother. He
third
keeps it
brother.
low key,
Yeah,
though.
you just don't ever hear
Like
from
the
him.
third
I don't
gets
know
one
why.
brother.
Yeah, we'll take on the Property Brothers. That's a better idea. All right, lots more still to come on the show tonight. When we return, new team Who Dis, Tass and Lee go head-to-head in Crossfire. It's Canada versus Australia in the Commonwealth Games. Come back.
Welcome to Crossfire, where the winner stays during these previews. Lee taking on the champ. What's our first topic here, Skeets?
Belt on the line. First round, 16th Q of 82 burning questions, gentlemen. After a busy summer, what was the best free agent signing? Here we go!
Let's keep it simple here. Gordon Hayward going to the Celtics. Imagine you're a GM and you say, oh, there's a guy out in Utah. He's the number one option there. He can't be the number one option here. He just made his first All-Star team. They just won their first playoff round. He can make more money there. But you know what? We're still going to go get him. What a dream for Danny Ainge. What an incredible get to go get a guy in his prime. He's 27 years old.
Yeah, but this is a different system. He was the star out in Utah. I don't know if he's necessarily going to be the star now because they got Kyrie Irving as well. Good deal at the time, but I think the actual best free agent signing was George Hill to the Sacramento
George
Kings.
Hill!
Yes, because the Sacramento Kings have been a joke on and off the court for a long time. They go out, they get a veteran, a good contract, 3 years, $57 million, and he's really going to be able to mentor the young guy, De'Aaron Fox, who is the future of Sacramento. I think that's very, very important.
Just give me the belt now.
Wow.
Give me the belt
Hey,
now.
questions
We don't
to
need
go.
the other 2 rounds.
Questions to go. Second round, number 17 here overall. We know who's expected to be great, but what is the most underrated team? Here we go.
It's the Denver Nuggets. They missed out on the playoffs last year by 1 game. What was that Russell Westbrook bomb? You remember that 50-point triple-double he had? They addressed their biggest need in the summer as well. On the defensive end, they went out and signed Paul Millsap from the Atlanta Hawks. 3 years, $90 million. Now, Paul Millsap is probably the most underrated defender in the league and has been for the last 5 years. The Nuggets defense last year, 29th. They don't need to be the best to make the playoffs. They just need to be a lot better than they were last year. I think the Nuggets this year are going to sneak into the playoffs.
Most underrated team, it's the Spurs. It's always the Spurs. They just signed a guy who's a
Spurs?
19-point per game scorer in Rudy Gay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The guy just scored 19. He's a perfect 4 in this league. You go 4 out with Pau Gasol or LaMarcus Aldridge at the 5. LaMarcus Aldridge can't
Spurs?
fall off in any way.
They're going to win
Yeah,
55 games if you and me were on their team.
That's good. That's more than the Denver Nuggets are going to
Not
win.
underrated, though.
You're a pretty good basketball player. Final one here, guys. Final round. Number 18 overall. Lee, I'm so glad you're here to answer this. What will be the biggest fashion trend this season? Here we go.
before Lee embarrasses himself, let me start this off. The 90s are coming back, and that's why starters' jackets have to come back. We remember these beauties way back when in the day. Yeah, look at these shiny, shiny beauties. So I'm just going to show off my man here, Trey Kirby, and these starters. This is my Calgary Flames jacket from when I was a 9-year-old punk. I don't know how you fit into that thing.
Where are you going to be wearing this?
You're a slim man.
I don't know.
We're going to get starters jackets custom made.
Well-
Trey doesn't need one because that one fits.
No, listen. The biggest fashion trend that's coming back in is shorts. As an
What?
avid shorts wearer myself, I fully endorse this new idea. Russell Westbrook was wearing them on the Ellen Show, the king of fashion on the third best show on TV. Draymond Green wore them to the NBA award show last season. He even picked up his trophy wearing shorts last season. I'll let you know right now, next year for the award show, I'm wearing shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already wearing shorts.
You always wear shorts. I was going to give it to you until I saw your legs. The winner and still Crossfire champion, Tas
I thought you would
Melis.
appreciate a good leg.
Tas Melis wins again, but tomorrow he takes on his own jacket. Trey Kirby.
Die
Crossfire tournament. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll check the fan vote and see who the starters fans decide is going to win MVP. Come on back. More preseason action tonight on NBA TV. We've got the Hawks and the Cavs getting us started at 7 p.m. Eastern. A little bit later, Nuggets and Lakers, and then much later, that's not a typo, at 2 a.m. Eastern, we got the Wolves and Warriors live from China, which of course means hashtag China Clay.
Yeah.
So something
Let's hope
fantastic is bound to happen.
Another
Playing with a
360.
dumpling.
That's exactly, yeah. Well, hopefully he tries the 360 and botches it again. All right, let's check the Twitter poll results for the question that we threw at everyone, and it was who's going to win the 2017-18 MVP trophy. 35% agree with Skeetsy here, going with LeBron James. They like the narrative. They like him still maybe being the best player in the game. 33% there for Kawhi Leonard. We didn't even bring him up. Any reason why his name wasn't thrown at the table here? Is it because of the injury? Is that what you're worried
He
about?
always gets the both ways vote, which is good, but the fact that the Spurs have such a well-established system just counts against them, it seems like, in some people's minds.
We had 6,500 votes, so shout out to everyone for playing your part. All right, coming up tomorrow, part 3 of the Starters NBA season preview series. Taz says they're playing for 13th in the West, but we're going to debate whether the Lakers can make the playoffs. We'll also get into a little debate about who's the most overrated player in the league. That always gets us in some trouble. And who looks weirdest in their new uniform. Those are just 3 of the questions we'll tackle tomorrow. See you at 5:30.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, 16 questions down, plus 2, 18 questions down. I'm not good at math, and then a big number to go.
Brace the night, people.